Fantastic. Now, Chevy, I watch a lot of Chevy. I see Chevy every week at EPG. Plays a lot of PM, plays a lot of melee. Recently put on the ranking for the state. But Iceman also occasionally at EPG, and such a fantastic mark. I know that Chevy can do this, but Iceman can easily just stuff out Chevy. Now what we'll tend to see is, yeah, a lot of trickery like that. Using the bombs to cancel his tether, just to have some visual tricks. If you're used to it, you'll see it and you'll notice it. Oh, using rocket to come back on, also a very smart move. Yeah, and Samus always gonna get back. Always gonna get back from that kind of thing. It's important for whatever character you're playing with against Samus, knock her out of the tether. Whereas Samus uses a tether, they can't use it again. So if you're able to knock them away from the stage before they land back on, they don't have that tether. That makes the recovery a lot more linear. And yep, going for the down throw off of any grab. Going for the down throw off of a grab with Samus, you're gonna get that follow up usually. Falling down with a nair. It's a smart decision, but Iceman had made it back to the ledge just in time, and using a rocket to set him back off. Interesting. Nope. The thing that Chevy is actually really great at doing is manipulating your position on the platforms. Haven't seen that too much yet this game. And the forward tilt, not gonna pull it out. These guys actually play very often, so not surprising to see that they know what the other wants to be doing. Coming out with a charge shot, trying to limit that space, but a tipper is going to send Chevy way to the left, down to his last stock of game one. Yeah, some major spacing game right now. Chevy is playing very carefully. He doesn't want to get nicked by that sword. It's very difficult for Samus to really approach Marth and do much. Yeah, he's still living there. The tether coming back on. Oh, it's close. He does not have a charge shot. Oh, that's going to be it for him. As a Samus, if you get your space taken away from you, you're all of a sudden in a position of, well, gotta take the heat. Same thing sort of with Marth, but since Samus is so much slower, you're not going to be able to really outspace Marth when you're right in front of each other. Samus's grab is a little too long to do it out of shield, and the biggest thing that Samus does have out of shield is nair out of shield and up B out of shield. Typically, you'll see up B used more often than just nair, as nair is still pretty slow. Oh, jumping out of the grab range right there. Fast falling, unable to tether. Chevy losing his first stock on his counter pick here on Pokemon Stadium. Great spacing, wave dashing back and using forward tilt. Oh. Right there, that's what I'm talking about. Manipulating Marth's position on the platform and getting a downer. That's typically what he will go for. He'll go for the downer, and sometimes he'll go for the nair as well if he's not too sure. And it's fighting Marth in the air as well. It's so difficult for Samus. Samus has that strong hitbox approach, but Marth with the Fly Swatter sword It's very difficult. If anything, I'd probably say that Chevy needs a bit more use of projectiles. Oh, good down smash right there. Taking Marth out. Iceman down 1 stock now, but still 3-2. Oh no, tethering just a little bit too high, missing the ledge. Chevy down to his last stock, game 2 here. Wow, reading the roll away, getting a dash attack, a second dash attack, and nice. Ah, but couldn't land that back air. Double jab. And that's another thing. Marth on ledge. Not much Samus can do here, but it's the disadvantage that you fight with. Trying to get a forward smash out. I want to say it's a little bit of a habit to kind of do the forward throw or just throwing out forward tilt in general. But Marth is going to be able to jump out of it. You won't be able to land that forward tilt. And the 3 stock, I believe, coming from Iceman. He's up 2-0 against Chevy, representing EPG.
Ready?
Going back to Pokemon Stadium, was definitely not too close, but I'm sure that through past experience, Chevy knows that this is the stage he'll do well on. But now he's got a mountain to climb. He's got to win 3 games in a row, and 2 of them have to be on Iceman's counter pick. Great option to tether there instead of up B. Oh, wow. A double sidestep. DIing in and getting the neutral air out. Good awareness. Neutral air being that big old move that lasts for so long and has such incredible knockback. But at 137, Samus is dying off the top. Wow, okay. Down tilt, and then as Marth is coming down, using the rocket. Yeah, I feel like Chevy should just not bother trying to edge guard Marth when so close to the edge. You know, you probably disagree with me in that he probably said that he knows how and he knows he can do it. The success rate so far is just not really, it's not working out for him. Interesting. Trying to go for the up tilt there, but in the process of Marth's tech, does not manage to get hit there. And Chevy down another stock. Elements is back on.
And we're back! We got Iceman versus Chevy. Wow, okay.
Yep.
I think I know where this is going to go. You know, I have a hunch. Not that Chevy isn't great, because very good Samus player.
He's amazing. I can't stress that he is on
He
the
has an
come up for
amazing setup game. He does a lot of really smart things, and his mix-ups are outrageous. But Iceman, a hidden boss.
hidden boss.
For sure. Definitely understands.
The matchup just in general is so difficult for Samus. And that, you'll see that a lot. Chevy will always manipulate.
Oh, man, that was a power-shielded charge shot. Chevy unfazed.
Yeah, he knows. He's been hit with that enough. Calling out the tether with a forward smash.
Wow.
He has no tether. He has to get. Oh
my gosh.
Another one. Now
Look at the wrist.
They definitely play very often.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they live together.
Kind of live together, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say they live together. Mars Samus, very common matchup. Wow. You know, I'm wondering, does Marth's dunk only work at certain points of the sword? Is it just a tip thing?
Somewhat, yes. It has to be. I don't know
within
exactly
a certain amount of frames. I'm not actually.
But
sure.
it is a certain part of the sword. It has to be
like within a range.
It's not a tipper, but it has to be.
Yeah, it has to be
part,
something right?
part. It's usually the back part. That's what you'll
like
usually
the hilt of the.
Well, like when he swings backwards.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, okay.
what,
I see what you're saying.
That's why you tend to see Marth kind of turn around and then jump, so their back is facing.
Yeah. So Iceman takes it 3-0 over Chevy. Looking real dominant, of course.
Yeah, the third game was much closer compared to the first two.
Yeah.
It's a tough matchup. Stumbling.
Tough matchup.
It's a tough matchup.
That's clearly what you meant.
Marth coming on from the ledge with that sword. Samus can't do anything really.
Yeah, Samus relies strongly on those sort of like recovery mix-ups. The tether's really good. Sometimes you just tether and then you drop again and you up B. Like there's just a lot of like different ways, different permutations you could take as far as recovering goes. But it is easy for Marth to cover a lot of those, especially if you have a Marth that's as mindful as Mr. Iceman. Mr. Evan Ticeman.
Oh, and actually, we aren't done with winners.
Oh, really?
At the moment.
Winners quarters. Right now we're going to losers quarters then.
Yeah, we are going to be finishing up losers. I think we're going to be having a break for the stream. Yes, we are waiting on losers to catch up to top 8. So until then, just going to be waiting.
Yeah.
I actually plugging my feature analysis drop.
Do it.
I talk a lot about controlling Samus' space.
Ooh.
What can Samus do out of shield effectively? Either up B or nair. She cannot shield grab you because it's so long.
It is so long. I will contest though that Samus's actual shield grab / tether is one of the best grab mix-ups in the game.
Oh, it is definitely
because you can't
great.
spot dodge it. You can't really roll away from it. And if it comes out and you don't interrupt it, you're getting grabbed.
This is definitely true. I completely agree with that as well. But for some reason, Chevy just can't do much out of shield. I'll always see him up B. Every time I see him play, he'll up B or very rarely nair if they're landing on a platform. All right. Oh, hold up.
What's up?
By the way, it's 2 M's and a Y.
Anyways, we've just been informed by the OG Patrick.
Oh, I like your name, Elements.
Yeah.
I thought it was actually Elements.
Yeah, no. Trust me, people have trouble with it. Anyways, guys, we're gonna track down our losers matches, and until that actually happens, you're gonna be waiting. So we'll get that set up for you.
Can you get that set up?
We'll be right back.
Survival.